Go through the lecture, but it's going to be a little bit quick. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it, but just some basic stuff. Chapter 11 this week, we're going to talk about AI, robotics, and quantum computing technologies. Oops. And how AI works. So artificial intelligence is basically it's a theory. A development computer systems are able to perform tasks normally uh, requiring human intelligence such as visual perception, um, uh, speech recognition, decision making, and translation between different languages. So think about in 1784 we had the first steam power. 1870 was electricity was born. 1969 digital computer was born, and then fourth is today we're using artificial intelligence. So like Google, Alexa, those could be small forms of artificial intelligence. Um, so it's a well-known AI, essentially current applications. I mean, it's stage one. AI is very new still, and it's really picking up speed. In due time, it will replace a lot of stuff that we do. It'll replace software developers. Um, Artificial general intelligence, AGI, also known as strong AI, essentially the future of applications that will be on par with human capabilities. And then stage three is just going to basically surpass what humans are capable of doing. So in this example is what software developers can do. Why do it when artificial intelligence can do it for you? But types of AI machines, there's reactive machines, there's limited, there's theory of mind, and there's self-awareness. Six different branches: the machine learning, the deep learning, the natural language. All these different things, all these different branches play a different role. Where machine learning is understanding the functionality, how machines work. I think we've got that, but being able to compile that and push that into AI is important. And then each one just kind of advances in theory, basically. So machine language, uses stats, algorithms to find patterns in large sets of data. So imagine, like, for example, I'm using, I'm going to spell the name out because I don't want to say the name. I'll say it, Alexa. So using her or that object, it's able to pull this information out a lot quicker than you and I. Like, but it's early on right now. There's a lot of information that they don't know. For example, Alexa, who won the hockey game last night? See, she didn't even hear me. Alexa. All right, she's playing games with me. Alexa, who won the hockey game last night? All right, well, my Alexa is. She's on delay.
The Avalanche are up 2-1.
Alexa, what is artificial intelligence?
According to Wikipedia, artificial intelligence is...
Alexa, stop. So she uses Wikipedia, as you can hear. So that's the first phase of it. And then deep learning. Its applications are believed to approximate human learning processes. We can learn some of this stuff, obviously, but deep learning is being able to really get into stuff and really drive down and just be able to do things a lot quicker. So, we've learned that computers can do things a lot quicker than we can. Imagine artificial intelligence. It's just like it's more or less a communication that communicates with the computer and does it, but more automatically, where it doesn't require us to be the inputter. It just does it. There's the natural language processing. So some AI applications use this. Allows them to interact with people using human languages. For example, Waze could be a form of AI because it allows to communicate, or even Alexa and so forth. Excuse me. I'll skip that, let you read through that. So expert systems typically have three components. They have a knowledge-based system. They have an interference engine and a user interface. And that also could be all Alexa as well, or Google. Fuzzy logic, many different things we experience every day fall into maybe zone. This creates a dilemma of sorts of different programs. So there's a lot of fuzzy things here. Robotics. Robotics is a machine that capable of carrying out a complex set of actions. So for so many years, we're talking about robots are going to take over, and here we are in 2022, and it still hasn't really happened. I know they're developing it. Robots are coming more alive, but we're just not there yet. I'm sure 100 years from now it'll be nothing. So AI applications in business and society. Let's skip some of this. AI maturity module. So as you see, it's moved up, it's progressed. Current use. It's important because it provides predictive analytics, sentiment analysis, and content management systems are using it. Use in private sector, law enforcement is using it to a certain degree, which is image and video search. So it's doing, identifying individuals or people of interest. Facial recognition systems are playing a key role, detecting and preventing crimes from data analysis. And then like healthcare, there's a variety of different things here with telemedicine, diagnosis, etc. that's providing this technology. Skip that. Well, I'll go back to that. The barriers to AI adoption, fear of unknown, understanding both the risks and benefits can be challenging. So understanding what could be used, there's still people that would not use it. It's something that it's interesting though, because I find it helpful to be able to use and talk to Alexa when I'm trying to figure something out, or hey, what's this equal that? It helps out a lot. AI in society ethics, blue collar worker, this is routine, done the same way repeatedly is more likely to be automated. So, a task that happens every day. So let's say that, for example, you're a data analyst, you come into work every day, and the first thing you do is after you check your email, you go and pick up a file manually, you download this file, you push a button, it goes through whatever it has to check, and then it pushes to a production system. Well, if you do that every day, you click a button, whatever the case is. I had a job where we had an intern. He would run these things called DTS packages. All he would do is he'd come in, click a button, boom, and go through. Those are things that can be automated. White collar jobs, that deal primarily with numbers and data are quite vulnerable to automation. So actually, white collar would have been an example that I provided. Blue collar would have been like, let's say that think about the coal mine industry or the power plant, whatever. There's probably a lot of jobs, tasks, or even working on a line. Like, for example, you see a lot of things that have been automated, to the point where you work for, say, Toyota or General Motors and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that people manually have to do, but there's a lot of stuff that AI could replace as well. It's hard to say exactly what percentage of jobs will eventually be automated, but some estimates suggest it could be close to 40%. Imagine that. Another example is go to Sam's Club. I'm a member of Sam's Club. I used to have to go through and wait in a long lines to check out, but now when I go through there, I could just take my phone, scan everything, pay on my app, walk out, show them my thing. But they're at a point where they're getting ready to replace the system. When you walk in and out the door, you won't even need a human interaction. It's all going to be artificial intelligence. It's going to be able to read your phone in your pocket, and they're going to know if you paid or not. So that's awesome, but not good for people who work there. So one application of AI that probably inspires just as much concern as automation is surveillance. Surveillance technology is increasing. It's getting better. I think Nest has a special camera that uses AI. It does some amazing thing. Imagine drones automatically going and surveilling stuff and providing information. That could be very beneficial. It goes back to smart glasses. I know that Google Lens tried and it didn't do too well. And then I think there's someone else, Ray-Bans, that has something out there. So, or maybe it's Amazon has something out there. I'm not sure. Let's see. We're kind of hitting the high parts of this, making this kind of quick. Robotics, and you guys can read through this. Robotics are used for different things, from medicine to law enforcement. Different types of robotics, as you can see here. Different robots, I'm sorry. They could be used for heavy lifting, so forklifts and so forth. It talks about the different machines and so forth. So I'm just kind of going through it. A drone is flying robots. Imagine that. That could be impressive, or it could be scary at the same time. Quantum computing. So this is more or less algorithms. Physics that are being used. What's the physics that takes place? So it talks a little bit about the computing aspect of it, and that's it. So this is like a quick tutorial on this lecture. I wanted to kind of go through it quickly, but you could go back and look at the different things. But mainly this week is a lot about AI. Thanks for watching, guys.